Guys, it's iPownageMachine here, bringing you some hardcore kill confirm gameplay. You know, something unique. And what I like about this is it's a really close game. It's really hard fought, and you see the spawns troll me. So, anyways, yeah, I put a zombie match just a few minutes ago with 3 of my friends, and we got the round 27 on Die Rise. Yeah, Die Rise. I always say it wrong. It's always like Durrise, yeah. But Die Rise, yeah. So did Die Rise, had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording since I'm still sick. So I don't know if it'll take a long time if I go back and record. Otherwise, I'll probably just go for it again. Anyways, so yeah, what I haven't done in a long time is haven't told you, like, you know, a funny story from my life. And there's been 2, actually 3 really funny stories recently that have happened to me. So I thought I'd go ahead and share one with you. As you know, was it Sunday the 27th? I turned 16, so I was going to get my driver's license, right? So obviously they're not open on a Sunday. So we waited, and we were gonna go, or we had an appointment, right? We had an appointment to go take the driver's test, and it was in this like ghetto place. Only place to get an appointment till like mid-February, right? So like 2 days before I'm supposed to go take my test with this appointment, they send my dad an email. They're like, "Oh yes, sir, your appointment has been canceled because it is a different." It said I was like trying to get a commercial driver's license and not like a Class C, which is where you just drive normal cars. So here I am getting trolled by the DPS. So we find out there's places that don't take appointments, but they're just like podunk little redneck Texas towns. So we find this place that's an hour and a half away that they do the test by the day. So on a Thursday morning, I couldn't go to school because I had a procedure that I had to stay home for, and so we go Thursday morning, and you know, it's an hour and a half drive. We get there at 7:30, stand out in the cold for half an hour. It's like 30 degrees maybe. For Texas, that's pretty cold because it's been really warm this winter. But so yeah, standing in line, finally get in. We get a really nice woman, go through all the paperwork and everything, right? So they're like, okay, your appointment's at 9, you know, go have a seat on the chairs, and at 8:45, you know, go ahead and pull your car around here and get ready for your test. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, simple enough, right? So 8:45, you know, I get in my car, I'm just waiting, pull it around. So there's a couple of appointments before me, and the woman comes up, and they have to inspect your car to make sure it's legal to drive, right? So I'm sitting in the driver's seat. The woman's like, okay, you know what, just do put left turn signal, right turn signal, horn, stuff like that, and then brake lights. And then, so I'm like, okay, she didn't find anything wrong with it, so this is good, right? Because I was kind of nervous about it. Then she walks up and she's like, sir, do you realize you don't have a front license plate? I was like, wait a second, what? She's like, yeah, you don't have a front license plate, so therefore, you know, in Texas, you're required to have both front and back license plates, so unfortunately, you can't take your test. And I was pissed. Like, I didn't tell her that, but in my mind I was thinking, are you effing kidding me? I'm gonna punch through the windshield right now. I was like, I did not get up at 5:30 to show up here at 7:30. Did not get turned away for this bullshit crap. So, anyway, pull my car in the parking lot, get out, talk to my dad. He's livid about it too. So we get in line, we go with the woman and talk to her, and she's like, okay, well, you could try going to the tax office, and they might be able to get you replacement plates. So we go over to the tax office of this little podunk town, and walk up, wait there for a few minutes, and get up. And I mean, it was incredible. Really fast. They're like, all right, we can get you new license plate. Like, we didn't even know if we could for sure get license plate. Otherwise, we're going to be driving. We're going to drive the hour and a half back to get the license plate, put it on, drive the hour and a half there to take the test, an hour and a half back. So we go there. They get us brand new plates, new registration sticker, everything for $7. So, you know, great deal and everything, right? So all right, cool. Now we got to get the license plate on, because the front license plate wasn't put on because it didn't fit. Like, since it was a car from Arizona, so the Texas plate didn't fit it, like, right. So we go to AutoZone, and we go in there working through all the parts pieces. So we get this specialty bracket that can do like every type of license plate. So we get that. Then we go out to the car, try to put it on, and then we're like, oh crap! Wait, the screws don't fit. The screws weren't long enough for the other bracket hold that came with the car. So go back in there, you know, buy new screws. Finally put everything back together. It was pretty funny. I was just sitting there in I was putting the back license plate on, right, because we had to change both of them. And all of a sudden I see a cop pull up behind me. I was like, what the heck? Am I going to get arrested for looking like I'm doing something illegal here? But there was somebody next to me. He was actually pulling over, giving him a speeding ticket in the middle of the AutoZone parking lot. It was actually pretty funny. So, yeah, so we finally get the license plate on. We go back over, get to the DPS, get in line. You know, we finally get up to the lady at the counter. We get an appointment right away, and I take my driver's test, and I aced it. Well, I didn't exactly ace it, but I did really good. There was like, oh, the dumbest thing. You like have to, like, for your driver's test. You know how you have to parallel park, even though unless you live in like a major city, like if you live in downtown Dallas or like New York or Philly or Boston, something like that, you never parallel park. Like in the country of Texas, like in the countryside of Texas, when am I going to parallel park? You know, like, but they just park between the two trees. No, not like that. But so yeah, we had to. So got my driver's license, and well, in the parallel parking. So I did it perfectly, right? And I was like pumped up because you do it first, and so I was like ready to fist pump that I did really good. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh well, I had to take 4 points off because you didn't turn your turn signal on." And I was like, "Fuck!" No, but it didn't matter. I think I only got like 13 off total, so I will take it. You know, now I can drive my badass Challenger around, look sweet in it. If I finally get healthy, you know, that'd be nice. So yeah, anyways, it was quite the experience managing to get that driver's license. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. You know, just going out cruising around. It's just, I know it's like leading up to me getting my driver's license. Like every day was tougher, like for me to get rides around, and it was driving me crazy. I was like, I'm so close to being able to drive. And then like we had a baseball like fundraiser thing. And my sister had a basketball game, so my parents are like, okay, you just drive yourself, right? So I drive my Challenger. Goes to like midnight, right? So it's past curfew anyway, so I could have been pulled over just like because you're supposed to be at home by like 12:30 on weekends or 12 or whatever it is. And so you know, I drive home, or I drive there, and my coach is like, hey, I didn't know you were a driver. And I was like, well, for tonight I am. So he's like driving illegally, nothing wrong with that. So you got a kick out of it. But I was talking to some of my teammates, and they're like, you drive? And I was like, nah, not really. I didn't have my license. I get it in 2 weeks. And they were like, you know what the punishment is for getting pulled over when you don't have a license? And I was like, isn't it like you have to wait a while before you can get your license? And they're like, well, kind of. Yeah, you have to wait till you're 18. I'm like, holy shit, wait till 18? I'm like, that's crap. So fortunately, I didn't get pulled over. You know, I was going like 5 under the speed limit, driving really careful. So I was like, I'm not getting pulled over. No way I'm waiting until I'm 18. That'd be embarrassing. Get my license right as I'm moving out. Yeah. I mean, because it'd be even harder. Because I'd sit there and I'd see my car in the garage, and I'd be like, I want to drive it so bad, and then the cops would just be laughing at me. So. Yeah, another funny story with the cops was me and my buddy a couple of years back. We went TPing, right? So we're driving around the neighborhood, and my dad gets lost, so a cop is behind us and pulls us over. And he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" My dad's like, "Oh, well, we're going TPing, you know, we're going TPing." And the guy was like, "Oh, you know, you're not supposed to be doing that." I was like, "Oh, really? No, yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. You don't say." But so yeah, we go ahead and we go into my neighborhood, and we're TPing somebody's house in my neighborhood. And another cop rolls by, and we had the same car, and it was parked down the street. So the cop had run the plate, so he had the warning from the other cop. And then my dad was just standing in the street like an idiot. And so we hide behind the one huge tree in the yard. Literally, there was like these little dinky, you know, like trees that are just for like decoration. There's 2 of those, and then there was like one massive tree with like a 2-foot trunk, and we're like hiding behind that. And my friend's like, I think we should walk out and show ourselves. I'm like, heck no. So anyway, the cop ends up calling us back. We had to clean it up. And the guy was a young cop, right? He's sitting there bragging. He's like, "Y'all are the first TPers I've caught on 2 years on the force." And I was like, well, yeah, you're cool, right? You know, a 2-square-mile town with 2,000 people, and there's like 15 cops, and you're walking around like, oh yeah, I'm badass for catching 2 kids TPing. That's a good one. So anyways, yeah, I've got a ton of funny stories, so hopefully I'll be bringing more to you guys soon. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. You know, it was kind of a more competitive gameplay. See, I didn't really do too well. Got a bunch of confirms. But yeah, so anyways, working towards diamond guns, close on shotguns. So hopefully I'll have some gameplay up for you guys later. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.